when you're planning a home theater or a private cinema room, some of the things that most people don't account for in the budget that are really important to understand is it's not just the equipment, it's not just the fabrics and the carpets and the seats. So you want to account for the sound isolation of the room if you're going to be doing that. Most of the time, we highly recommend that. Again, it's not just about keeping sound from traveling through the house, but keeping your room nice and quiet and distraction free. In that sound isolation process, there's a good amount of construction work and specialty items that we use depending upon how much room you have in the walls. And that is a real budgetary component that matters. That might be something like you might spend $5,000 on that, or you could spend $30,000 on that with the construction. So that's one element to really keep in mind. The second budgetary element that people don't account for are the acoustical treatments. Again, this can vary widely based on, are you trying to get your room certified by THX or Dolby? Or, do you listen to a lot of music in the room and you'd like the room to feel a little bit more diffusive and lively? So depending upon the acoustical treatments that you use, again, that can range pretty significantly in price. From, again, you could maybe spend $5,000 on acoustical treatments, or you could spend $50,000 on acoustical treatments. The other element that most people don't realize is the bigger your room is, the more money you're going to spend all the way around. So for a bigger room, you're going to have a bigger screen, which means you need more light output from your projector. And light output is probably the number one driving force in the cost of a projector. If you go to an IMAX, for example, their projectors are roughly $300,000 and up, and sometimes they have multiple projectors in the room to fill that screen. Speakers. The more volume you have, the more space you have to fill that room up, you're going to need speakers that have more power. You're going to need more subwoofers to fill the room. That adds cost. So it's the same thing, more seats, more materials. That's a big element there. When you're thinking about how big you want your room to be, what we usually tell people is, how many people do you want to fit in this room? And really think that through. If it's just for you and your wife and a couple of kids, that's much easier. It's better to do a smaller, more intimate room and save the money on it and really put it into the quality of the experience. If you have friends over a lot of the times, maybe you want 8 to 10 seats. The room size is going to be dictated by how many people you want to comfortably fit in that room.